It doesn't really surprise me that that's what they did for this collection. Very Kanye thing to do. What's going on YouTube? Taylor Prentice back here with another video, and in this video I'm going to be talking about the Yeezy Gap collaboration engineered by Balenciaga. So as I'm shooting this 2 days ago on July 21st, Kanye rolled out his Yeezy Gap collection at the flagship store in New York City in Times Square. It goes on to say here in this High Snobiety article, typically when a famous person opens a retail store, it draws a crowd. When Ye redesigns Gap's Times Square flagship store for the first in real life Yeezy Gap drop, it shuts down a city block. So yeah, obviously we have seen some of this Yeezy Gap stuff come out over the past, but it has been all online, so it's really nice to see that they're gonna have it in stores and that people can be able to try it on and everything. And it did go on to say that the capsules will be releasing in more stores across the US, just select stores. So like I live in Indiana, can't imagine any of the Gap stores here will be having any Yeezy stuff. Anyways, I wanted to just take a look at kind of all the pieces, and before I like get into all these, I'm gonna make this a little bit quicker. I don't want to like really dive into every single piece because there's a lot of like repetitive pieces here, but pretty much there's a couple logos and designs that they went with for most of these pieces. So if you see something that just says logo and then like whatever type of tee, really it's just this tiny little Gap logo here on the front. As you guys can see, the traditional Gap logo, just like with a black background, and then anything that says Dove has this Gap logo across the front, and then it has the Dove on the back. So yeah, that's pretty much like a quick rundown of all the imagery as far as this capsule goes, but the silhouettes are really where things get interesting and really what I kind of want to touch on throughout this video. And a lot of the colors are pretty cool, but they are like pretty tonal. It's really just like white to black, you got some browns and grays, and then there's like some navy blue pieces, but most of the collection is available in the same colors. There are some items that have less color options than others, and this red I don't think is too common for some of the pieces, but I think that's actually my first time seeing the red piece. Actually, before I get into this, I forgot to mention these are available on Farfetch, on Balenciaga's website, on YeezyGap.com, Louis Veroma, and one other place I think, but I'll have them all linked down below in the description, so if you guys want to click those links, just check them out there. So finally, let's get into it. The first things we have here are these 3/4 sleeves tee, and these come in the logo style and the Dove style, and I don't really like 3/4 sleeves. It's just like a little bit awkward of a thing for me. That is not really a piece for me, but I'm sure some people will like that, and it's definitely something Kanye wears, so it makes sense for this collaboration. Next we have the no seam tee. I actually really like this. As you guys can tell by the name of it, there's no like seams underneath the like sleeves right here or anything, so I think that's a really cool look. And as far as like the Dove logo goes, I like the front of it. I kind of wish the actual Dove wasn't there though, but it's not bad either. Then we've got a long sleeve tee, the Dove tee. Then we've got another 3/4 sleeve, just in another color, a couple of those. Next we've got some sweatpants, and I actually haven't even seen these yet. So I shot this video yesterday and I thought I was looking at all the pieces, but I was looking at just a limited collection. I think it was just like pertaining to the video game, and yeah, there is a video game for all this, so that was kind of funny. I played it for a little bit, so I'll probably throw up some like just quick gameplay of that, but wasn't too fun, but it was a cool concept. You like pick an avatar and then you pick what outfit he's wearing, and then you kind of just like fly through the sky and you're like trying to avoid Dove. So interesting gameplay, but yeah, I don't know, nothing too fun. But yeah, looking at these sweatpants, I'm actually not really sure how I feel about them. I feel like it's kind of awkward, but at the same time I kind of like them. This is probably something I could actually see myself wearing. Not really something that I would want to drop 180 on, but at the same time I feel like they're a pretty solid piece. Then we got more 3/4 sleeves. Then we've got the Dove hoodie, and I really like the silhouette of this hoodie. It's one of my favorite pieces, if not my favorite piece from this collaboration, just because of the silhouette of the hoodie. Again, I don't really love the Dove on the back of it. I do wish it was just the Gap on the front, but that silhouette is crazy, and it is $240, so I know that seems expensive, but you got to keep in mind these aren't just blank hoodies, these aren't typical Gap hoodies, so it takes a lot more into creating these pieces, so that's why the price tag is so high. Like, I wish it was a little bit cheaper. I feel like they definitely could have made it a little bit more reasonable than $240, but at the same time I appreciate them making creative silhouettes, but it is engineered by Balenciaga, so that's something you would definitely come to expect. Next, we have the coated overall. I think this is funny. I mean, like, I don't know how realistic it is for people to wear this who aren't like Kanye or aren't people who actually perform stuff. So I'm curious to see if we'll see people just walking around in these or what. Then we have this Yeezy Gap flame hat. This is not bad. I feel like if you are a big fan of Kanye, this is definitely something that you'll want to grab, just because he was wearing this type of hat for a while when all the like Donda stuff was going on. So yeah, cool piece. Not really something that I would see myself wearing. And then we have another down jacket, or I guess they call it the round jacket too. And it does look like this one is a little bit different than the first one, the second iteration, I guess. It's got some different like stitching on the back. I actually really like these pieces. Definitely a jacket I could see myself wearing. Not something I want to pay $300 for, but at the same time, I feel like they're pretty cool. Then we have the shrunken hoodie. So similar artwork to the other Dove hoodie, but this one is the shrunken hoodie. So as you guys can tell, the silhouette is just a little bit more slim fitting and more of a traditional fit. So I think it's good that they've got two options. Personally, I like the non-shrunken one. I think it's cooler, but at the same time, I could also see myself wearing the shrunken one. So I think both of those pieces are definitely strong. Then we've got like a anorak, which is coated too. I think it's cool that they went ahead and coated this piece. I think that adds a lot to it. I'm not really like a big fan of anoraks, but I feel like this one is pretty cool. It's got that little Gap logo just like on the top of that pocket in the middle of the chest. But yeah, I thought this piece was pretty solid. Then we have the mock neck pullover, similar to the round jacket. I like this one. I don't like it as much as the round jacket. I think the opening in the round jacket gives it a lot more of wearability and just ability to style with other pieces, so I think that goes a lot further. And the mock neck is actually more expensive. So yeah, I don't know, that's just my opinion. Let me know how you guys feel about these two, like in comparison. It does look like the mock neck has pockets, so that's a big W. I can't really tell. I'm not sure if the round jacket ones had pockets, but I don't think they did, and it doesn't really look like those do. Probably would still pick the round jacket, but the mock neck is pretty cool looking too, even though I don't really like pullovers, especially pullovers without hoods. But this puffer coat, speaking of hoods, is really cool. It is a pullover, so like I said, don't really love pullovers. Definitely prefer something with like a zipper or like a Velcro attachment or buttons, whatever it may be. But I really like this piece in the way it looks. This is a piece that I could actually see myself buying, even though I don't think I would wear it too much. Then we have just a fleece tee. This one is obviously your most like normal fitting tee out of all the tees we've looked at. It's not a 3/4 sleeves, and it's not that like really wide fit. There are some tees in this collection that are like that really wide, like rude type of fit. So yeah, definitely more of a typical style of shirt. Definitely, it's not that like no seam look. So if you're looking to get something that's more basic, more of like a normal fit, want to play it safe, and you're not sure what size you are, and you don't think you're going to be able to visit a store, I would go ahead and cop one of these pieces because they'll probably run the most similar to normal sized items. Then we have another parka. I like this parka. It has like a button up to it, so I think that adds to it. I think it is going to be like a lighter jacket. I wish they would have made one of these like puffer jackets that has the button up too, because that would have just been the perfect piece for me. But anyways, I like the look of this. Not something that I would wear. Maybe if it was like rainy, but I already have a North Face jacket that looks like really similar to this, so it's probably something that I would avoid. But I do like how like baggy and wide the sleeves are. And these are all pieces that we've seen pretty much already. So this long sleeve tee just has the Gap logo dead center in the chest, so that piece is not bad. Not really something that I would want to pay $120 for. I feel like I would either want something with no logo or more of a design logo, like more graphic imagery if I was paying $120 for it. Not bad, but not for me. But yeah, that's pretty much it for all of these pieces, besides like just diving into each colorway or whatever. But I really like the like tonal pieces. It doesn't really surprise me that that's what they did for this collection. Very Kanye thing to do, and the fits to all the pieces are just very like Kanye and Balenciaga-esque. So I thought this was a cool collection. I didn't think it was anything like too crazy. I would like to have some of the pieces, but I'm not really willing to pay for the pieces from this collection just because I don't really feel like any strong conviction towards any of them. I think my favorite piece is probably the round jacket or just the Dove hoodie. I really like the Dove hoodie in all the colors, but like I said, I wish it didn't have the Dove on the back of it. And keep in mind, if you guys are getting any of these pieces, some of these are under pre-order, so as you guys can tell here, at least on Farfetch, I haven't really looked at the other websites. It has like a little pre-ordered tab above it, or just like a line of text. So make sure if you buy a piece and you want it soon or whatever, that you're not buying one of the pre-ordered pieces, or if you buy a pre-ordered piece, just don't be worried about where it's at, because it might take a little while. I haven't seen any information on like when those pieces will start to ship, but I can't imagine it'll be super long. But anyways, yeah, that's pretty much my opinions on this collection. I am curious to see if they do more stuff in the future, and I'm also curious to see how accessible it'll be. It seems like a lot of these pieces are being like mass produced, which I think is really cool and really good. So if you're like a big fan of Kanye and want to be able to get your hands on these pieces, you should be able to at least like have a chance. I was on another website, I forget what it was, but there were a couple pieces that were sold out, so you might want to act quick if you really like any of these pieces. But yeah, I thought all in all this was pretty cool, and I'm glad to see Yeezy and Gap keep on doing stuff, and it's cool to see Balenciaga have some influence in that. And I don't know if you guys saw this. I thought this was just like a crazy fact. I saw a picture the other day on Lil Jupiter's Instagram that said Kanye spent like $4 million on Balenciaga in the past year. My man was balling out with Balenciaga if that screenshot was real, but who knows if it was real. Anyways, if you made it to this point, thank you so much for watching. We will see you next time. Have a good one. Thank you.